Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's great. Uh, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Niniola Fatai. I'm the okay. All right, so my name is Niniola Fatai, and then I'm here in Canada. Wasn't born here, but like moved down here to Canada, and then I'm a talk show host, the CEO and the founder of the show. So a television personally. And then yeah, that's much I can say for now. If there's anything, then you ask me and then I'll answer.
Of course, there are so many things on my heart. Now, in the first instance, you you're Nigerian, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what brought you to Canada?
Well, for a better life, to study.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So to your, if I can hear you correctly, that means when you say better life, so that means the life in Nigeria is worse off.
Um, I wouldn't say that, but you just have to keep striving as
Okay.
human.
Okay.
And then you just can't stay in a particular place, you know. So that's the main reason why. I wouldn't say Nigeria is a bad country because there are people who live there. I have families over there. So I wouldn't say is that bad that all of them could
Oh,
have
I
moved.
didn't. I didn't say bad. I said
Mhm.
worse.
I know it's the same. So, yeah, so I just feel that just the ability not to like just stay in one particular place, but to explore
Mm,
and grow in different opportunities.
mm.
Yeah, that's the reason why, I came here.
And I guess you're enjoying Canada.
Of course, I am.
So, what's your show about?
So my show is about inspiring people, motivating people. It's about it's a place where minds are being liberated through reasonings. And then, it's a platform that brings hope to the people who, it doesn't even matter like whatever state that you are in your life, there's always going to be something there, either through somebody's story, you're looking to become a better person, there's always going to be something that inspires you on the show. Yes.
Mm, mm. So, is the show for all nationalities, or for Black Americans, or for blacks and all those things?
Well, it's for everyone.
Okay, okay. And this is
Yes.
the first time I'll be hearing. So, for how long have you been running the show?
It's been a long time, but we just recently put it in the public.
Okay,
Yes, well, it's been running for quite a long time, but
okay.
yes.
And I mean, who can you mention that have appeared on your show?
Okay, so I've had like amazing people like that they're doing well. I've had people like in the industry, like in the entertainment industry on the show. I've had like the president of Libra Party for Ontario, especially like Waterloo region. There's Waterloo and Cambridge region. So she's been on the show as well. I've had amazing people who are doing very well, yeah, on the show.
Hmm, hmm. When compared with Africa, right?
Mhm.
I want you to just look at where you're coming from and look at where you are today. And let's have your opinion.
Wow. Okay. So if I look back to where I am right now, first of all, I'm gonna say I am very grateful to where I am right now because it's been a wonderful journey, from little young girl, like, to a better place now. There's so much that I have learned, like, in my journey that has made me, like, who I am, made me stronger, better. So it's been quite a long journey for me.
Mm, mm. I can understand, you know. Mm. Uh, by the way, which has been your happiest day so far?
Sorry?
Which has been your happiest day so far?
Oh my. You know, um, every day is always the best. Because if I'm to mention honestly, like, we're not gonna leave here today. So it's been like more like a lot of days. Like, I'm a happy person. So then everything I do, I try to make the things around me, the best. So my days of happiness are like, there are a lot that I can't count. That this is a specific one.
Mm, mm. Now, do you deal with current issues on your program?
What do you mean by current issues?
I mean, current affairs and all those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, when you, I want to give you one, for instance. I look at the case of the Titan. I mean, those people who went exploring and died.
Mm-hmm. I read through the story and I kind of feel um, sometimes, it's very sad, that no one can still figure out exactly where they are. you know, Everybody just assumed that, like, that they're dead, right? So it's just a very sad story in my home part.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Now, some are saying that more attention is being paid to them than the migrants.
Hmm.
Do you,
Okay.
do you agree with that view?
Not 100%.
Because personally, I actually I wrote, and my own view is that no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
they are all human beings,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm of the view that all lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
Every life matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know of the fact that, I mean, some nations in Europe are pushing migrants back to the sea and all those things. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then we must stand uh, in solidarity, in sympathy with these folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my own view anyway.
Okay. Uh, your opinion, like, it makes sense as well too. It does make sense because telling them to go back, I don't think, like, it's the best because, like, they came for something. Just like the same way I was mentioning to you before, like, I came to Canada for a better life. So I'm sure, like, they also went there for like a specific reason as well. I'm sure for like a better life. So um it's just sad. It's just sad.
Mm, mm. And by the way, do you think Africa, especially,
Mm-hmm.
is a springing up good leaders? Because you see, like I said, you know, war in, war out, and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
War in Sudan, war in the Congo, war wherever. And these
Mm-hmm.
are the basic things that
Mm-hmm.
cause migration,
Yes.
you know. And even there are some that will have nothing uh, to hold except the clothes they're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think will be done to the situation of Africa?
Hmm. I think, like, if we have better leaders, there won't be reason to strive for, like, even though we're going to look outside, but the opportunity inside will still help a lot of people. So if the leaders can begin to do better, then, you know, there will be less, like, to our, like, to our people, you know, running from one place to the other, to the other, to the other. So I think everything boils down to our leaders. If our leaders can begin to do better. And I'm very excited that, like, a lot of people have been saying good things about the president that is there right now, President Tinubu. So, which I'm hoping and I'm praying as well too, that, like, he can do better. So there'll be more opportunities for people within the country.
Hmm. But you see, don't you think that leaders are a function of the people?
They are the function of the people, but then, like the way, like, things are in Nigeria, for example. I'm just saying that, for example, like, leaders are the function of the people, but then, it doesn't really run like that in Nigerian politics, because once they're there, right? So that's where the problem lies.
So
That's
what's
the way it's
Nigeria's case?
supposed to be, like, that's the way it's supposed to be, like you said. But only less, actually, follow that.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh well. Uh, Tell us about a most embarrassing moment you've had.
Hmm. Okay. Mm. I'll probably say, like, that was when I was way, way young. Way, like, I was like, maybe I was like 8 years old or something like that. And then I remember then, like, it came to my head as we're talking right now, that my grandma, like, she asked me to go buy something. And then one way or the other, it was $100, the 100 naira that I had in my hand that she gave me. So I went there to the place, and then the person was like, okay, I have to wait, that he's not ready yet. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. So I went back home. So for some reason, I think on my way back home from that woman's place to my house, I lost the money. And African parents, African Nigerian parents, oh my goodness, that was like on the street. Like, she just kept on yelling, shouting, like, like, she was so upset, like, and I felt so embarrassed. Like, even I was young, you could imagine at that age how I felt, right? So not to talk of like, when you get older and something like that, like something, not exactly that, but something happened, that's very, very, very sad. But for me, that day was just, it was just very, like, it was very embarrassing because I had people, like, people were just keeping eyes on us. They were watching us, like, as she was yelling, walking down the street. Like, people were like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? So all the attentions on the street was drawn to us. So that kind that was very, very sad.
You feel like, as the Yoruba people say, that the heart should just open its mouth.
Exactly, exactly. It was like, oh my God, like, can she stop? Or like, like, oh my God, can something just happen and I disappeared?
Mm. But then I think, mothers of those days, elders of those days, really impacted good discipline in their children.
Okay.
Now, we've had cases of those of us who have arrived, in quotes, saying that we don't want our children to pass through what we passed through. What do you feel about that?
That's absolutely right. The fact that, like, the parents are like, whatever we went through, our children should have a better life. That is true, because our parents strive for that we should have a better life than them. So we should also strive for our children to have a better life than us. Whatever process, whatever we did, to get to where we are, we don't want them to go through that process. So we want them to experience something different in an easy, like, better way, so that way they can as well pass it on to their own generations as well, too. Right?
What do you feel about the use of guns?
You know, I do not agree with it, especially with a scenario that happened in like in Toronto. Like I think it was like last week or so, or like 2 weeks ago. And the fact that a landlord was able to, like, with confidence to shoot, like, at his tenant, the husband and the wife. And I believe the both of them were pronounced dead at the scene, before the police came and told the man to come out. And then I believe the police shot the man as well too. And the man too was pronounced dead. So I feel that people shouldn't have access to that. And what the man claimed was that, oh, I have license for it. I have license, like it's registered, like, I'm to keep it. Because look at that instance. A nice couple that were planning to like move out of the house. And none of it suddenly somebody just came. Only God knows what happened to him. And it just tear apart their journey, their life, and everything just came to an end. It's very, very sad. So I feel that, like, people shouldn't have access to gun because of the way some people misuse it, right? So that's what I think, because the incident was very was very, very, like, was very sad.
But some claim it is good to have guns for self-defense. I mean, let's say a group of robbers come into the house and all those things.
Mhm. Well, you can look at it too in that aspect, but I would still suggest that, like, if there is a better way that, we can deal with people that come into one's house. And then, in Canada, if somebody come to your house and rob you, and then you shot at them, I'm not sure, maybe they count that as self-defense. I'm not sure if they did. But I know in the States, they will tell you that, okay, it's a self-defense, right? So the laws are very, very different. So It's all depend. It's all depend at the end of the day. But I would still say that, like, people shouldn't have people shouldn't have gun in their possession. Yeah.
Hmm. So what do you feel about women's rights?
In what aspects?
Okay, in the first instance, uh, it is claimed that only the men have access to power. Only the men have access uh, uh, to top positions in the industry or whatever. So, what do you feel?
Um, okay. I'm a woman, so and I'm into politics. Okay. There was a
Yeah,
time that I was looking into like running for like Labour Party
yeah.
for the City of Brantford brand. But aside from that, in politics, like, I feel women are beginning to get their ground, to have a seat at the table. I think that's the generation that we have right now.
Mhm.
Even in movie industry, entertainment industry, women are beginning to have rights, but at the same time, it's still a struggle. Men get paid more than the women. So there's still some struggle there, but we're getting there.
Hmm. So, do you support women liberation?
Of course, I do.
Why?
Well, because we need to just advocate more that we need a seat at the table. We need to advocate. Our voice needs to be heard more. Like compared to those days, you know, I'll give you an example. Like now, those days when our parents, when they get married, they always mention that, get married, they train us, like, get married, even though you go to school, get married, settle down, have children, and then, just stay there and your husband provide for you, he brings everything home and then that's about it. So there's nothing like the woman have a dream. There's nothing like the woman have to aspire for something, even though she has aspiration, all those things, like, they died off because our dream becomes the man's dream. So they strive after the man's dream. That's what they used to live in. But like these days, it's not about that. We've seen men that they're beginning to be like, okay, if my wife is good in this area and I'm good in this area, we can work together as a family. You're seeing women now, like, they're not just having their degree for just decoration, because those days, like, not all of them, not all the women those days are like, wanted more out of that certificate. They have it and they keep it. Just be educated. So, but like now, people are using it. People are like, I need to do something with my life. Women are like, I need to be an example for my children.
Hmm. Would you think men too can be part of women liberation?
Why not if they're gonna support the woman?
Oh, sure. Fantastic. That's what I was explaining uh, to some people. If you believe in women's rights, right? I mean, in any case, first just believe in equality.
Yes.
Aha! If you believe in equality, then there's no issue of your saying you don't support women's liberation,
Mhm.
right? Hmm. So, you said you're a politician, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I never knew that.
I know she's into so many things.
Sure. I know you've been into so many things. So, we're having the election, the mayoral elections in Toronto and all those things. So, I mean, what are your dreams?
Wow, that's a huge question. What are my dreams?
Yeah, I'm not saying you should tell me which candidate you are supporting or whatever, you know. But I mean, what are your dreams about Toronto and all those things? And
Well, for a
mhm,
better place in the sense that good health. I know the healthcare is in system, but the seniors, they need more than what they're just getting, in my opinion.
mhm,
And you know, with better structure as well too, like like our roads, like they're doing all that, but it's never like there's always more to do. There's always more
of
to do.
course, of course.
So I'm just hoping that, whatsoever comes in, like, they will do their best,
Mm.
they will give us the best. Yes.
And what about housing?
Same thing, same thing, whatsoever.
It's like the housing is hitting the roofs now.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just hope that the person that comes in, do better
Mm.
because there's a lot to be done because things are changing and it's important that, we also change along with it, you know? So,
But but
yeah.
but let me make a confession. You see, since I came to this country, I've been impressed a lot by what uh, politicians use the people's tax to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see them walking on the roads and walking you know, okay, I think okay, that was last Sunday. Uh, I just saw that the fire alarm in my place was ringing. Okay, now when I now went out, I saw that it was everywhere. Okay, I'm on the ninth floor. This is a 14-story building. So we now went down. In fact, we couldn't even use the elevator because it had been disconnected. We now went down, and behold, I found 9 fire vehicles
Mm-hmm.
there. Now said someone was cooking, I think, in the third floor or whatever, and he set everything up. So, but the point of that story is that for 9 vehicles to have assembled, you know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they are not leaving anything to chance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They care for the safety of people.
Yes.
See, so well, and if I just begin telling stories of what I've observed in this country, oh well. Hmm, hmm. So, which party do you belong to?
Oh, Libra Party.
Okay, 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 okay. Good, good. So, which candidate are you putting forward?
This time? No, none.
No, which candidate? Oh, okay. Liberal Party is not putting any candidate forward.
Oh, they have, but I'm more in Brantford Brant.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm, hmm. Oh well, I mean, all I will say is that I wish you the very best because I think in normal parlance they will say the sky is the limit, but I would just wish that the sky will be your beginning point. you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I mean, if someone all the way from Africa to come and be participating in politics here and so on, I mean, we just deserve or we need to give that person our encouragement.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I hope your party wins.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a
So
good prayer.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So well, it's been nice having you.
Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. It's a good, like,
yeah,
this is good. At least like after, like, I remember we did this long time ago and
yeah,
then we
yeah.
couldn't do it one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad we're able to, like, to go through this, like,
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.